Hello, and welcome back to Vintage Story. So, I've been, honestly, it's been a couple of days since I've recorded, and it's been real hard to keep myself away from this game because I'm real excited about this bismuth bronze thing and finding the zinc out there. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go see if we can find that, or find the spot where it's supposedly the most abundant. And there's a couple of things relating to that I wanted to, I guess, consider. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of experimentation while we're out there. It was pointed out that, maybe the way that I'm doing these, I don't need this stuff. That maybe the way that I've been doing these sample plots is maybe not the most efficient. And, I've been kind of complaining about that a little bit for a while. But the suggestion, which, in all honesty, I found this suggestion before, but for some reason I felt this kind of internal resistance to it. Just like digging down, like just in a one-by-one hole, and then taking the stone sample from the bottom of that. I've felt some, oops, that's not what I wanted. I've felt some resistance to that, mostly because the sideways instability of the dirt makes me a little uneasy. Chances are it's not actually that bad, but now that it's sort of been pointed out to me directly, I feel like I should at least try it. And I think the criteria in this case for me is if that actually ends up being a faster way of getting the samples. The other consideration is that the like digging out those kind of long tunnels that I've been doing is it wears on the durability of my pickaxe. And if I'm just using the pickaxe for one, or I guess 3 blocks for a sample instead of something more like 30 or 40, it'll make the pickaxe last a lot longer. I'm a little bit less concerned about that aspect of it, at least right now, because, I mean, I was saying a while ago that finding a way to make bronze is going to make the copper last a lot longer, but the reality is I actually do have access to a whole lot of copper right now. And I may not say this in every world, especially if I end up picking settings where I don't have access to a lot of copper. Like if I set the surface copper to be very rare or something where I'm basically not going to get very much of it, and I have to go underground to find it, that's a totally different situation. But the way it is right now, I still have some deposits over there that I haven't dug up. There's some deposits over here that I haven't dug up. There's at least one pretty far that way that I haven't got, and then there's, I think, at least 2 in the direction that we're going, but I think a bit further out. So there's a lot of copper, and I haven't gone through all of this stuff yet either. That being said, like, it's not that it's not preferable to be saving the durability on the thing, but all that to say, I'm more interested in saving time doing it more so than saving my pickaxe. I have some, I guess I'll hold on to this, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just turn it straight into cob since I'm here. And I have some, and then I can put the rest of it back in here. But I thought I should at least try this. Or try to do the sampling that way. Because I don't think I've done that before. And it's been largely because I've been a bit worried about the sideways instability of the dirt. I'm going to go around this way. See if I can get around the water this way. Just so that I have a better idea. Oh. It gets me an opportunity to find another shell. I'm just going to bring it straight back. I'm not going to grind it up right now because I do want to get out of here. But I want to be kind of planning for... Oops. I want to be planning for the road. Can I... Is this going to also go in there? No. Alright. So let's put this in here. Okay. Going this way. So we have the ultra-high bismuth location that way, not very far. It looks like this does connect up over here, so this is a somewhat separate little body of water from that other... I mean, I guess you'd consider it a large pond over there. The other method that I'm going to be considering, and I'm going to do the dig straight down method first and see how that works. But the other method that I'm going to do, that I'm going to consider, is the one that I was talking about before, which is to just go into that hole and just dig a straight line, effectively. Maybe not a straight line, but like dig through that hole. Or dig a tunnel from that hole. So this is... I'm not sure if this is going to end up actually being a more direct path. Whoa. Whoa. No. No. What is your problem? See that one. I used all of my poultice. Well, that's a lot of meat. This is another shell. So I'm probably not actually going to be doing the sampling right now, especially with that. I feel like I want to get more poultices again. Don't mind clearing out bushes, though. Nope. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if this is... This probably isn't more direct than just going around this side. I don't think this is far enough in this direction to be... And I don't think it's necessarily easier either. There's still a lot of... Oh, jeez. Oh, why? Okay, I don't actually see him. This feels so much more dangerous than it did the other day. Alright, I'm gonna go back. Try to pick up some cattails on the way, or horsetail. I have a couple in a box back at home, but I don't know how many. I don't think I want to quite rely on it. There are some bees. I didn't bring any food with me anyway, so I gotta go back anyway. Yeah, the only thing with this path is that it's, at least along the sand, it's a little bit windy. But I think that's probably fine. Put this meat in here. I should probably cook that up right away, because I'm also waiting for these. Okay, so there's that. Have another shell. These are probably done over here. Got some soaked hide. After 3 days. Not really the most efficient use of time, but I don't have a whole lot of this stuff anyway. Okay, so I need... Oh, I did bring food. I was more prepared than I thought I was. Oops. And that's empty. No. Okay. And I wanted to get some more reeds. So I guess I'm getting distracted again. But I think I'm okay with that right now. For as anxious as I was to get some of that stuff mined up, or at least to find the zinc, I still feel pretty good about actually getting to it. So it's just kind of a matter of time before I can get there. It's still going to be a little while. It's still only 11 in the morning, so I'm going to cook up some of this meat. With turnips, and I'm going to get some berries in there too. That's what I want. I might need more than that. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, it's not like I don't have more peat and I can get more wood. How are these doing? This one's harvestable. They got stuck behind the fence. Okay. So I'm gonna make another bucket for the honey. Don't walk on the fire. I don't remember how to do this. Get honey and wax. So do I just like use it on the bucket? Yeah. Alright, I got a little bit of honey and a little bit of beeswax. I can use this for candles, or a longbow, or cheese. So I actually really just want the lantern. I think the only thing I'm missing for the lantern at this point is quartz and or glass. I think I could technically make a copper lantern. Yeah, here we go. I can either use quartz or glass. Level 18, and if it's glass, then... Oh, it's not the glass that does it, it's the lining that does it. So I get a little more light from it if there's a good lining on it, which I don't think I'll be able to get right now. That's okay. Oh, that used all my peat. That's okay. I want to replace that skep. I'm going to need a few more reeds. So I said we were going to go do more prospecting today, but I guess we're not. I mean, kind of the other thing, I'm not super opposed to digging up the samples the way I have been, because it also gets me stone, which I've needed. Which, I mean, there's better ways to get stone, obviously, but it's doing the couple things at once I feel is valuable. I'm also hoping that once I actually start digging in the ground that I'll be able to find quartz. I guess let's see, quartz, slate, and what I'm looking for here is if I can find it in basalt, so there is a possibility that I'll be able to find it over there. Guess since I'm here and I'm sort of just hanging around, I'll grind these up. So that's 6. I think I'm gonna have to make a new, well, I mean, either make a new one. I can probably take it out with the bucket, right? Yeah, I can take this out with and then put it back in. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to do that until I have enough lime to do another like 10 liters of it. And that's bone meal. What time is it? It's about 3. I have my poultice back, so that's fine. I think I'm going to try to head back out there and get one more sample and try out the digging straight down method. I know there's at least one wolf in between me and that hole, so I guess if I end up dealing with that wolf and that's all I do out here, that's probably progress. Where's that other? I really want to get rid of these bushes, but I want to do it in a spot where it's going to be somewhat useful because this thing is about to run out. And I think I've already said this, but I would like to not make another set of shears until I have bronze, if I can help it. I mean, I guess I did just say that I have a lot of copper and it's probably not a big deal, but I don't know. That wolf. I don't know where that wolf was. chickens over there. Nope, that's a bunny. 0.9, so the hole was over here, yeah. Hello, sheep. Okay, so for this next sample, I want it to be more that direction. It's 430. It's probably fine. Well, there it goes. Okay, so the sample I actually got. Oh, this is a mess over here. Sample, oh my god, it's bushes. Sample I actually got was right there, so probably just over this hill is fine. Maybe I can go a little bit further. It seems like this radius for this zinc is pretty big. Alright, so let's try this right here. Stick this somewhere. That's a sheep. Alright, so if I put a sign there, probably doesn't matter that much. This is turning out to be more stable than I thought it would be. I was totally expecting these holes to just collapse almost instantaneously. Copper at 16.7, sphalerite at 2, 2.0, cassiterite at 0, and hematite at 0.6. So I wonder why the cassiterite's always at 0. I imagine it has something to do with, like, it can't be found in the rocks that are around here. Like the world generation would say that it could have appeared here, but because the rocks aren't right, it doesn't. Let's see if there's tin ore. There's a sheep down there, so it can show up in basalt. I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen that number at 0. So that is much faster than digging that big hole in the ground. might be able to get a lot more done because of that. I sort of can't believe that I was so resistant to doing that. But in all honesty, that is something that I tend to do. Like, theoretically, I feel like it shouldn't make sense because of the sideways instability, but it actually does work. But, you know, in my head, because I feel like it shouldn't make sense, I somehow convince myself that it actually doesn't. So as far as this road goes, it's still low activity, so I might not be able to be out here very long. As far as this road goes, I guess that means I do want to wrap around the farmland a little bit. I'm either going to do it on this side or on the other side. I think currently probably makes sense to do it on this side. The only thing that sucks about that is if I decide I want to expand the plots again, I'm going to have to move the road. But maybe I can say these plots are big enough, and if I want more plots, I'll just put more plots over there. Put 4 new plots over there. That's fine. That's cob. I've also thought about, when I make these farm plots, maybe I should put something like cob underneath them. That way, if I decide I want to, like, dig down and dig under it, I won't have to necessarily worry about collapsing my farm plots. Okay, so I want to carry one of these, and I guess I want to eat something. I wanted to check on the crops. I also want to make another couple road tiles to put in there. I need another knife. Only 1 flax. That's actually okay, yeah. Oh, I have a lot more sticks now. So I do still think it's a little bit annoying to get samples in the woods like that, but I guess it's overall less annoying to do it that way. I have some of this. I'm just going to make 2. I need to put this back down there. Okay, and then I have these now. I have 11 lumps of fat. The only other things that this is really going to be used for are these things. It takes 1 lump of fat per. But I am really, I guess there's the fruit press too. But I am really more limited on resin than I am on fat. Excuse me. So if I just make 4 of these, I think that's okay. Now I have, can't put that on there? Oh, I can. So I might be able to sort of take some of these down. I mean, these, I'm somewhat more interested in having these for the mining tunnels, but I also think it probably makes sense to use torches for that anyway, because I think what I'm going to do with the mining tunnels is, like, when I go in there, I'm going to set up torches along the way, and then I'm going to take them, hopefully take them down on the way out. And torches are relatively cheap anyway. I'd rather, these are not particularly cheap. Like, they're not super expensive, but they're definitely more expensive than torches are. Okay. Let's see. Any more? I can make chairs. These take fabric, though. I have signposts that I can theoretically make. I do want to, I want to build this structure up taller at some point. Although maybe that's, I mean, okay, so there's the windmill, which building it taller is going to be useful for, but there's also, like, making it visible. But this is actually kind of a weird location because there's trees everywhere, and it's really hard to see even tall things when you're in the trees, in the woods. And there's a lot of hills over that way that make it really hard to see anything tall. Probably the only real direction that I'd be able to see a tall building from would be across the water, where I got those original copper deposits. So maybe it's not super worth it to build this up for the sake of having it visible. So I should only really build it for the windmill. Or, like, if I want extra space for something. Let's see. We are calm right now, so I could theoretically go out and do something. Without worry of being harassed. I should get some more peat. I should put some of these extra resources I got away. So I've got a whole stack, well, I guess I have a stack of sticks, but that's fine. Then I have some low fertility soil. How much lime water do I need for these? 4? So I think that means I could theoretically, yeah, I could theoretically put that in there, put one of those in there. I guess maybe it sort of makes sense to do that. Because it's not like these burn anything, really. It's the same amount of resources no matter what. It's just a matter of whether the time is used efficiently. But since I'm limited on lime, there isn't a whole lot of consideration for using the time, the seal time, efficiently. So we got a little closer. I think we saw it at high. No, we saw it at decent at 2%. The zinc is at decent at 2%, so we can probably look around a bit more. Do a little bit more sampling in that direction, around in that area. I feel like it's definitely close to that last sample spot we did. Or it's at least closer to that than any of the other spots that I've sampled so far. So we're getting there. And I'm thinking when I actually do start digging it up, I'm probably gonna want to do some kind of quarry style, because I want to get some of the solid stone blocks as well as the small stones. And it seems like a somewhat opportune way of making that happen. I mean, overall, the copper pick isn't going to last a super long time with that, but it's going to be... Well, I guess I should also kind of look up how low the zinc is going to show up. And then there's still digging up the bismuth. So there's a little bit to think about there, but I feel like I'm okay with what I'm going to end up spending in terms of like probably making another, at least one more pick in addition to this one that's waiting to go. And getting the stone for more cobblestone, getting the solid blocks for bricks or polished stone. And I probably will end up wanting to make an actual bronze pick probably as soon as I can. Like, I'll probably try to only get enough resources for a bronze pick just to make the bronze pick as soon as I can. I guess maybe that doesn't matter so much if I still have durability on the copper picks, but I definitely want to make sure I have enough for a bronze pick before I run out of my copper picks. But that's still probably at least a day or two or more away. Alright, so it is starting to get light out. So I'm going to call it here, and I will see you next time.